Hey there guys, this is going to be the second tutorial on the Burpsuite series, and in the previous video we have seen what is Burpsuite and how to add the proxies, and also we have seen how to add the certificates, and also we have seen how to intercept the HTTP traffic, but we didn't see much about it. So in this video we will be seeing how to intercept the HTTP and also HTTPS HTTPS requests, and also we will be seeing the intruder, and also we will be taking a look at the repeater also. So we will be taking a look at proxy, intruder and repeater. So let's go to the proxy and let's move to the web browser and enter the target. So the target here will be techirect.com/login. So I'm trying it on my own website without their permission. Don't do it on their websites or their particular ones, and this video is only for educational purpose. So don't do it for any illegal activities. I'm just entering techirect.com/login. So once I enter this particular thing, that is techirect.com/login, you could see it has taken me to this Burpsuite, and you could find this small information. If you are a newbie, you could find, you will be very weird about this. What are these informations? I don't understand what are these, but if you take a closer look, you can find it. So in the get, you can find, we are just entering /login. /login is nothing but the second thing. So in this place, if you enter /blog, it will be over here, that is the get, and you could find the host. The host is techirect.com. So the host is nothing but the target, and user agent is in which browser, in which computer are you accessing from. So it clearly says that I am accessing from Mozilla 5.0, Linux 64-bit and so on. And the accept, you can find it is in HTML format, and also it is saying that it is in XHTML, XML format, and also it is in image, WP, WebP format. So all these informations are there, and you could find the accept language. The accept language is English US, and for some site it will be like French, or if you are in Spain, if you are using a Spain website, then it will be like if you are intercepting a Spain website, then I think SP will be there, I don't know, whatever. And the accept encoding is in gzip format. The accept encoding is nothing but the codes will be in the format of it should be embedded in a format, it should be zipped in a format. So it is zipped in gzip format, and it says it is a default format, and the connection is closed. The connection is closed because it is in we didn't forward the request, so it is closed. And we could also see that cookie information. So probably the cookie information will come at first. I don't know why it went to the last line. And let's forward this. So once we forward, let's go to the web browser again. So once we forward, we could see the same information. So now it is taking me to the wp-login.php. So we have found a useful information that that is the website is using PHP for login, and we could also see the cookie information. As you could see in the previous request, previous HTTP request, the cookie was down, now it is up. So it changes, and yeah, we could find this information. And also at the top, you could find that now the request to HTTPS, now it is 443. You can see it. I think previously it was HTTP request, I don't know, but if it is a HTTP request, maybe it is a HTTP request, and then it move on to the HTTPS. So 443 is the port where you can find the HTTPS. Now let's forward this also. So now it should be in, and let's wait for it to load. So I think another interception will be coming. So no. So we are in the login page of the techirect.com, that is /wp-login.php. So what I'm doing here is I'm just going to enter a random username and password. Just go on, don't try with my website, guys. This is a wrong username and password, and I'm just going to give login. So once I give login, it is asking to intercept again. So we can find these information. So now we can find useful informations. And over here you could see that log. The log is nothing but the username, and the pwd is the password, and the submit is nothing but the login log plus it is a submitting the you just submit over here. That is the login is the submit, and you can find the redirect. So you could find where it redirects. So I'm just going to just send to intruder. Firstly we will be going with the intruder. Now let's go with the repeater. So I'm just going to send this request to repeater. In the repeater, what does the repeater does it just manipulate. We are just manipulating it, and see the response, what response it is showing. So firstly I'm just showing so in the repeater you can just edit the passwords or whatever. You can edit whatever you want in here in the request. So in this place I'm just entering some other password. So I'm just entering random ones. So once I enter, and you could also manipulate any other things, and on the top left corner you could see send option. Just send it, and once you send, on the response tab you could see on the right side for the response. So the response is 200. Firstly you have to see for this information. The 200 means which means the website is running okay. The 200 is nothing but there is no redirections. The website runs good and it is perfect. And if there is a redirection, or if the website is not opening, probably you will not see the 200. You will be seeing 10020 and probably 302 or whatever, many errors. If it is a 200, then the response is good. It is a correct response. And you could see other informations. Well, let's go down, and you could see the information over here. The password you entered for the username strong and is incorrect. So here we could find the information. The password is incorrect. So until you find the password, the username, I guess. Password you enter for the username. Okay, the username, it is a username. So the username itself is incorrect, it says. And over here, coming down below, you could find the remember me. The remember me is nothing but let me open the web browser. This is the remember me. And down here we could find the passwords. Where is it? So over here you could find the password over here. So user pass, so it should be wrong. So there is an error over here, I think. So you could find over here, you could see here there is a login error. So until you find the response is good, that is you see that the password you enter for the username, until you see it is correct, until it is correct, then you can just try on just manipulating these informations and see the response. So because of this, you don't need to brute force. And using brute force, many use brute force, man. Using brute force, it is a wrong activity, because it is easily identified by the IDS and IPS sensors. So it is a better way to do in Burpsuite like this. And the repeater, basically we are taking the request and see the and manipulating and see the response. Now let's move to the proxies again, and now we are just giving right click and send to intruder. So once I send to intruder, you can see the orange tab, it is blinking. So I'm clicking on the intruder tab. So basically the intruder is a password cracking option. So you could see the attack target. The host we are attacking is the techeric.com. We have entered 443. It automatically enters 443 because it is HTTPS site. If it is a HTTP site, you need to enter 80. So I'm just entering 443 and use HTTPS. So for this thing, you need to add the Portswigger HTTPS certificate. So if you don't know how to add the Portswigger HTTPS certificate, just go to my previous video, and that video will be also in my description box below. See how to add the proxies, add certificates, and so on. So now let's go to the positions. So basically in the targets you can find the target, the techirect.com, what you are attacking, what port you are attacking in the position. So let's go to the positions. So in the position you could find some weird information, weird symbols, highlighter. So firstly what we are doing is on the right side you could see add clear auto refresh. Firstly I'm just going to clear it. And in the positions, if you in the attack types you could see sniper, battering ram, pitchfork, cluster bomb. So if you want to learn all these in detail format, go to my blog post. I have already written a detail on what is sniper attack, what is battering ram, what is pitchfork does, what does cluster bomb does. So I have written a detailed on these type of attacks, and that blog post will also be in the description box below. Check it out. So firstly the sniper. So the sniper attacks just attacks only one credential, just one username and one password, just one time. And the battering ram, I think the battering ram, let's go to here. The battering ram also same as that, I guess. Okay, yeah, let me open the web browser, I guess. Let me go to the web browser. Okay, we are intercepting the traffic, so I don't want to disturb it. So I think probably the battering ram is same as the pitchfork, and the pitchfork is likely spraying password. So I'll just close this web browser newly opened. So battering ram is spraying, pitchfork is spraying passwords, and cluster bomb is spraying passwords from different credentials from different areas. So cluster bomb, basically if you go to Google and search for how does cluster bomb work, you can find what the attack type is. The cluster bomb, the password attack come from different IP addresses, and the pitchfork is spraying passwords. And the battering ram is also spraying passwords, but it is slightly different from the pitchfork. So firstly let's go with the sniper, and we are going to select the particular username and password. So I'm just selecting the username over here. So I'm just giving Ctrl Z. Okay, let's clear it, and I'm just going to highlight this. To highlight it, just drag it and give add, and also I'm just going to highlight the password and highlight the login. Okay, now let's refresh it again. You need to refresh it. No, so we are going with the sniper attack. We are going to the payloads. So there is only one payload set and the payload type. So you could find different payload types over here. So if you have time, you can just go with it and try with it. So firstly I'm just going to enter a item, that is the username. So the username here will be, let's enter the username techirect.com, and the password will be also techirect.com. Let's give add. So the username and password is over here, and over here on the top right corner you could see start attack is over here. So if you start attack, you can find what is it doing. So the password attack, so you will be receiving this particular error, so don't mind about it. This password spraying, also the sniper attack also works in community edition. So just give OK, and you could find this information. So you will be probably seeing information. Okay, so if you are receiving any kind of status in the status, if you are receiving a random number, a different number from the previous, then it means that you should notice that and you should take a note, because it may be a redirection, or it may be you have logged into the site, and the 429 is probably, I think I got blocked, I don't know, whatever. And if I just click on it, you could see the information over here where it went. So So yes, down. Okay, and also we could find the HTTP hex values over here, and you could also find the response over here. So instead of doing on the repeater checking for the response, you can check the response over here. So the 429 is too many requests, and yes. So if you are finding any weird numbers in the status and also weird numbers in the length, then that means that you are probably onto something. So it may be you are logged into the target or whatever, guys. So I'm just going to close it. So I'm just going to discard. So let's try with the pitchfork. So firstly, let's go with the battering ram. Go to the payloads. And yeah, guys, now I remember. So battering ram, if you select battering ram, you could see only one payload set. But if you select if you select the pitchfork, you can find three payload set. So you can find three payload sets. So that's the difference about it. So firstly, let's go with the battering ram and select one payload list, and let's give add. So you can add multiple passwords and usernames. So I'm just entering another. So let's give add, and let's run it again. So every time you receive this error, so don't worry about it. So now it will be performing three targets it will be performing. I have left a blank space, so the burp-suite will be taking this also as the password, username and the password. So what it does is just leave a blank and submit the request. You could also see the payload Maulik, there is the username and password, and you could find the length is and you could find these information, that is the status 429, which is that too many requests. So I'm just going to discard it. So finally we will be going with the pitchfork. So discard. Yes, let's go with the pitchfork, and if you have time, just go with the cluster bomb attack, and just go with the cluster bomb attack. And I'm not going to perform the attack type. It is pretty much very similar to the previous attacks. So I have selected the attack type as pitchfork, and I'm going to the payloads, and in the first payload I'm just going to enter the number of usernames, and so I'm just want to enter number of usernames. I'm going to clear it, and the usernames Maulik, let's give add, Tekirik, add, and let's add James, add. And in the payload, now we are selecting the payload set 2, and in the payload set 2 what we are doing is adding the passwords. So password, so you can add list of passwords, and also you can add list of passwords from by loading it. So there are in GitHub, if you go to GitHub and type passwords and username, you can find millions of passwords and username. You can just download it and load it over here and do a password spraying attack. So I'm adding another passwords. So add this, and also add this, add. Okay, so what the thing is that if you are entering Maulik over here, the username is the Maulik. I think this is the first username, sorry, this is the second username, and the second username is equal to the second password. So the first so the second username, where it is, let's go to here, and the Maulik will be equal to the passwords. So what it does is it will just spray the password as Maulik and the passwords, and it goes simultaneously. Okay, and in the payload set 3 you could also add number of usernames and password, and let's give start attack. So it says that payload set list is empty, so we have to set the payload set 3 also. So let's enter the payload set 3 also. Let's give start attack. Okay. Now it starts to target, and you could find the payload 1, 2, 3. So this is the password spraying. So multiple times it is doing, and the response you could find multiple response over here. So you could find all these XML type format. Okay, on the target you could find what are the target, the position, payloads, and the resource pool and the options. So all this information, if you just play with it, you can find it. And also if you want to save this particular password spraying thing you have there, you can just click on save and continue for the next project. So I'm just going to close it, discard. So that's it about the intruder. We have seen the repeater also. In the repeater we have seen about the response, the manipulating in repeater and checking for the response. And in the intruder we have seen how to do a password attack. Basically the intruder is a password spraying menu. And in proxies, basically the proxies is main, and in the proxies we can see the HTTPS request and much more. And in the HTTP history you can find all the previous HTTP request and also HTTPS request and much more. And in the WebSocket history, so there is no WebSocket history, and we will be seeing all these. So in the targets, I have told in the previous video. I will talk about the target in the next video. So I will also talk about the target. In the target, you can see what are the so I have entered scanme.nmap.org. This is the previous thing I have did. So it has taken it. So I want to select the http techirec.com. So I have selected the http techirec.com. In the targets you can find what are the targets you have entered, and that's it. Basically target is that's it. And in the next video we will be seeing about the sequencer. So we will be seeing the sequencer, and also you will be seeing the sequencer is nothing but like captcha options. We will be seeing the sequencer in the next video, and also we will be seeing decoder in the next video, and also comparer. In the next video we will be seeing this extended also we will be seeing in the next video. So for this video we have seen how to capture the HTTP and HTTPS request and send it to intruder and repeater, and sending it to repeater and manipulating and check for the response. And also we have seen how to do password spraying, and that's it for this video. So if this video helped you guys and this video is useful, and make sure give a like and subscribe to our channel. See you next video guys.